I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Hey everybody, it's David Shirey, author of the book Rare Confidence. It's going to be available to you on Amazon.com this fall. Hey listen, today I want to talk to you about ways to be more likable. Not just in work, but in life. But we're talking about really on the workplace here. You know, when you're more likable, not only do more opportunities open themselves up to you, people are more agreeable to work with you, and advantageous situations are going to find their way across your desk more often, but it really just helps you in life. People who aren't likable, nobody wants to be around, and they want to minimize their time, and it's not often that those kind of people get what they want. So here are some ways for you to be more likable at work. And really the first way is be approachable and be available. You know, when people come to talk to you, don't be snippy. What do you want? You know, we've all known people like that where, you know, I don't want to go to her office. You know, she almost bit my head off last time. You know, keep your door open if you have an office. Don't always keep it closed. Be approachable. Be available. Give sincere and specific compliments to people. You know, hey, Bill, that's a great tie. Susie, listen, thank you for your help last night on the project. We couldn't have possibly got it done without your extra effort. People really appreciate that sort of thing when you are specific and it's sincere. By all means, be polite. When somebody does something nice, you know, say thank you. Say please. You know, in sales, we've sometimes learned to forget everything that our parents told us in terms of manners because our parents told us not to talk to strangers. Well, if you want to be good in sales, you have to talk to strangers. But in terms of being polite and minding your manners, remember what your parents told you. Be willing to help. Be willing to lend a hand. You know, if you see somebody carrying a box and they're struggling with it, jump up. Give them a hand. Don't be one of those people who never wants to help and is only out for themselves. Look people in the eye. Look them in the eye. It's been said that when you don't look people in the eye, it's hard for them to trust you. So look people directly in the eye when you talk to them. And you know what? Use their first name. If you're bad with names, you better figure out a way to correct that problem ASAP. To somebody, there's nothing as sweet as the sound of their own first name. Be mindful of your little personal hygienic quirks. You know, we've all probably worked with somebody who sneezed constantly and, you know, had a handkerchief and it was hanging out, and it's just not a great situation. Kind of keep your hands away from your face and then touching people. Just got to be mindful of your person. And you know what? Keep your word. Be somebody that everybody knows when you give your word, they can take that to the bank. Focus on some of these things, and these are ways that people at work are going to like you more, and there's a good bet that you're going to be able to utilize that likability to your advantage. Until next time, David Shirey. We'll talk again real soon.
I got a feeling